The Center for African Culture, Rights and Citizens Protection has expressed concern over U.S. President Joe Biden's belligerent attitude towards Nigeria and other nations opposed to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex relationships. According to the center, Biden's threat of sanction to Nigeria and these countries is a disregard for their democratic institutions and sovereignty. The center made its displeasure known at a press conference on Thursday in Abuja. Speaking on behalf of the group, Executive Director, Comrade Adamu Kabiru Mataazu, noted that the U.S. must realize that nations across the world have the responsibility to enforce the laws that govern them internally.
We have noted, without surprise, the memorandum issued by the United States of America President Joe Biden, in which he threatened to sanction countries that refuse to condone the abhorrent flaunting of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex LGBTIQ people in the face of other law-abiding citizens of such countries. We are also encouraged to speak out because the threat, while ominous, appears to be targeting at our beloved country, Nigeria. This is because we have the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act 2013 that makes it criminal for people to openly engage in abhorrent practices that the United States of America is attempting to promote.
The center, however, called on the federal government to immediately articulate areas of counter-sanctions that will be deployed against the United States if it presses ahead with its threats. It equally urged the federal government to build and lead a coalition of the righteous made up of countries opposed to the degradation of human values through LGBTQI.
There are also the fact that caving into President Biden's demand will effectively mean that the whole time and effort expended by Nigerians in making their views known on same-sex marriage issue will have been wasted. Does it now mean that countries of the world should simply wait for the U.S. to make laws and decisions for them? In which case, there will be no need for these nations to have presidents, parliaments, and courts, since President Joe Biden has decided to take over their functions. One point we want the federal government of Nigeria to impress on the United States of America is that nations of this earth have the responsibility to enforce the laws that govern them internally. We call on the federal government of Nigeria to immediately articulate areas of counter-sanctions that will be deployed against the United States if it presses ahead with its threat to use sanctions in forcing countries to accept the unacceptable. Nigeria should equally build and lead a coalition of the righteous, made up of countries that are opposed to the degradation of human values as embodied in the pro-LGBTQ that Biden's America has embarked upon.
The group also warned that the NSAS protests would be used to provoke security response that would then be leveraged on to launch another campaign in support of the LGBTQI in Nigeria. In a memorandum on Tuesday, Biden instructed the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria and other nations to push for the legislation of homosexuality in their respective countries of residence. From Abuja, Lawrence Audu, TVN News.